For today's video, I'm going to be showing you all some tips in regards to the new birthday llamas that are going to be coming out on the 24th. And towards the end of the video, I'm going to briefly go over every event, hero, and weapon that was released over the past year. But first, we're going to start off with some birthday llama tips. The entire birthday anniversary is going to last for 2 weeks, or a fortnight, which means it's going to start July the 24th and end on August the 7th. And road trip tickets are going to be used to purchase birthday llamas. So if you want to try to open as many birthday llamas as you can, go ahead and start saving your road trip tickets now. They're also going to be making some changes to llamas. Once the birthday llamas are released, they're going to be lowering the chances of you getting a duplicate item that you already own. So the next tip I wanted to point out is open your birthday llamas one at a time. That way whatever you get from the birthday llama will then go into your inventory, and it'll lower your chances of receiving that same item again. Like I said, we will briefly go over all of the event heroes and weapons over the past year, but I'm not going to go into too much detail. If you'd like to see gameplay of them, then check out the links that are in the description. Or if you'd like to see all of their perks, then you can check them out in the collection book. And the birthday llamas are most likely going to cost around 500 road trip tickets. So yeah, those were some tips I wanted to point out when it comes to the new birthday llamas. Save your road trip tickets. Be sure to open them one at a time, and if you want to check out the perks of any of the heroes from the previous events, you can see them in the collection book. Now, like I've mentioned before, birthday llamas are going to give you a chance to earn previous event heroes and weapons as long as they want rewards from previous event quests, which means you won't be able to get the following items from the birthday llamas: the trash cannon, the grave digger, jack-o'-launcher, blood finder AC, the Vindertech blaster, the frostbite sniper, the snowball launcher, Love Ranger Jonesy, Miss Bunny Penny, the Val melee defender, the leprechaun survivor, carbide, stars and stripes headhunter and stars and stripes Jonesy, as well as the cloaked star. And big shout out to the guy who put this list together. Alright, so now we're going to do a brief review of all weapons and heroes from previous events. And we're going to begin with the very first event, which was the Survive the Storm event. And with this event, we got 4 heroes, which are reskins of heroes that are already in the game. One of them was Centurion Hawk, who's a reskin of Centurion Wildcat. We also got Trailblaster AC, who's a reskin of Trailblaster Buzz. We also got Base Hype, who's a reskin of Base Kyle, and Deadly Blade Crash, who's a reskin of Deadly Blade Scorpion. And when it comes to these heroes, I really like Trailblaster AC support and tactical squad bonuses, and also like Deadly Blade Crash's support and tactical squad bonuses as well. And those are the main things that I like about these heroes, and again, they are reskins of heroes that are already in the game. So if you were wanting any of these and you don't get them from the birthday llamas, then you can just recruit them from the collection book. So if you were wanting Centurion Hawk, you can recruit Centurion Wildcat from the collection book. Same thing with Base Hype. If you don't get her but was wanting her, you can recruit Base Kyle from the collection book. As you see, here's Deadly Blade Scorpion, and here's the Trailblaster Outlander. And that's pretty much it when it comes to those heroes. With the very first Survive the Storm event, we also got hydraulic weapons, which are weapons that have more impact than most other weapons. I do believe you'll be able to get the Hydra from the birthday llamas, even though it was a quest reward during the first Survive the Storm event. It was also available in the event store during the Mutant Storm event, and as you can see, it's also in the collection book as well. So I do believe the Hydra is going to be available in the birthday llamas. When it comes to the other hydraulic weapons, I've gotten gameplay with about half of them, and again, I'll leave a link to the gameplays in the description if you want to go check them out. But my favorite hydraulic weapons other than the Hydra were the Pressure Cutter, which is the sword. I also liked the Pulverizer, which is the hammer. The Dam Buster's a really good rocket launcher in terms of the impact that it does, but it does have a slow reload speed. The main thing I remember about the Piston Spitter, which was the pistol, is that it staggered Husk and missed monsters often because of that increased impact. And those were the hydraulic weapons that I leveled up and tried out. If you'd like to see some gameplay of any of the other hydraulic weapons, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that sums it up for the first event. The next event after that was the first Challenge to Horde event. And the heroes that came with this one were Raider Headhunter, Energy Thief Mari, Machinist Harper, and Gunblazer Southie. And when it comes to these heroes, the only one that's a reskin is the Raider Headhunter. You can get a Raider Soldier once you reach level 100 in the collection book, but they have perks that help them do more damage with shotguns, and I would consider them to be one of the best heroes when it comes to DPS. So that's one hero I would recommend you keep if you get it from a birthday llama. And the other scavenger hero you're going to want to look out for is the Gun Blazer, because they have a perk that allows you to drop ammo from your loot llamas, and they also have a really good tactical squad bonus that'll allow your other outlanders to have ammo drop from their loot llamas. So these are the two main heroes I would recommend getting. Machinist Harper's also pretty decent because her base has some perks that'll increase the damage done by your traps that are within the base. Her base also increases the amount of uses that the traps get, and her base also decreases the reload time for all of the traps that are within the base as well. So she's probably one of the best heroes when it comes to making your traps more powerful, and we never got a chance to level up Energy Thief Mari, so I wasn't able to try her out, but that sums it up when it comes to the scavenger heroes. When it comes to scavenger weapons, you're not going to be able to get the trash cannon from the birthday llamas because that was a reward from one of the quests, but you will be able to get all of the other scavenger weapons. And I wasn't able to try out all of these weapons, but I did try out the shotguns and both of them were really good. Also tried out the scavenger assault rifle, which is a single burst, but that was also another really good weapon. And I also tried out the Riptide, which was okay. It's more of like an automatic pistol type of weapon. But yeah, these were the 4 weapons that I tried out. As for the other 4, I didn't get a chance to level them up and try them out. But yeah, that sums it up for the first Horde Bash event. Next up, we got Fortnitemares, and all of the heroes that came with this event were reskins of heroes that are already in the game. So just like with the first Survive the Storm event, if you're not able to get any of these from the birthday llamas, then you can recruit their original version from the collection book. But yeah, the Fortnitemare Outlander was a reskin of Ranger Deadeye, one of the best heroes in terms of doing damage with pistols. We also got Marine Corps Ramirez, who's a reskin of Support Specialist Hawk. She has a perk that'll decrease the amount of durability loss you take whenever you use Warcry. We also got Skull Trooper Jonesy with this event, who's a reskin of Urban Assault Headhunter. Definitely one of the best overall heroes in the game when it comes to doing damage. When it comes to ninjas, we got Sarah Hotep, who's a reskin of Dragon Scourge, and that's another really good hero that I would recommend getting. She has like the best Dragon Slash out of all of the ninjas. The other ninja that came with this event was Shuriken Master Llama, and this is another really good ninja I would recommend getting. And this one's a reskin of Shuriken Master Sarah, so you'll definitely want to look out for both of these ninjas when you open your birthday llamas. And when it comes to constructors, they have the Controller, whose name was Hazard the 13th, and he has the best decoy out of all of the constructors, and he's a reskin of Controller Harper. And we also got Catstructor Penny, who is a Hotfixer constructor and a reskin of Hotfixer Hazard, and she has a really good support squad bonus that decreases the amount of materials needed in order to build. So you'll be able to build cheaper if you put her in your support slot. And there was another hero that we got called Bloodfinder AC, who's a reskin of the Pathfinder, but he was a reward from one of the quests, so you're not going to be able to get him from the birthday llamas. But yeah, that sums it up for all of the heroes. As for the weapons, we got the Gravedigger, which was a reward from one of the quests, so you're not going to be able to get that from the birthday llama either. And the way we got the pumpkin launcher was by putting these 3 survivors in our collection book, but I don't believe you're going to be able to get that from the birthday llama either. But yeah, that sums it up for the Halloween event. It was definitely one of the best events we've had when it comes to the heroes. Next up, we had like a Vindertech Mutant Storm event. And with this event, we got Vindertech ranged weapons as well as Vindertech melee weapons. The only Vindertech weapon you're not going to be able to get from the birthday llamas is the Vindertech blaster, because it was a reward from one of the Vindertech quests. But basically it's like a scoped pistol, and I didn't really like it, so I kind of feel like you're not really missing out on much when it comes to that pistol. Another thing I didn't like about the Vindertech ranged weapons is that they all required energy ammo, which was harder to come by when this event was released, so I didn't really get a chance to use these Vindertech weapons that often. But they do have an assault rifle as well as a machine pistol called the Vindertech Blazer, and I did get gameplay of that. Again, I'll leave a link to it in the description. I also got gameplay of the Vindertech Disintegrator, which is a shotgun, but it sort of shoots an explosive plasma ball, so that was sort of unique. They also have the burst pistol, which we didn't get a chance to get gameplay of. And they also have the Vindertech Jolter, which is the sniper rifle. And this is another weapon I never got gameplay with. But that sums it up for all the Vindertech ranged weapons. As for the melee weapons, they got rocket hammers, as well as laser axes and laser swords. And we did get gameplay of this Vindertech Slicer sword, but we sort of had bad perks on it and we couldn't change our perks back then, so I wasn't able to do a whole lot of damage with it. I did like it because it swings faster than most other swords. And that sums it up for all of the Vindertech weapons. The next event after that was the Survive the Holidays event, and with this one we got 4 new heroes. One of them was called Snowstalker Jonesy, who's a demolisher, and there were some reskinned versions of him released later, which I'll show here in a bit. I really liked his tactical squad bonus because it increases the amount of grenades you get by 2. We also got Blitzing Base Kyle, who has a base that'll heal you whenever you walk over it, and he also has a really good support squad bonus that'll increase your blunt melee weapon damage. We also got Fragment Flurry Jess, who's probably one of the best Outlanders when it comes to the Teddy, because she can generate Teddies just by getting kills, and she also has a bunch of perks that increase the duration and the damage that her Teddy does, and her shock tower is pretty decent as well. And Fragment Flurry Jess also has a reskinned version of her that was released later. And the last hero was Sarah Claus, who is an alchemist ninja, and her smoke bomb will heal you as well as your teammates. But yeah, I think out of these 4, the main hero you're probably going to want to look out for is Fragment Flurry Jess. We also get 3 winnery weapons with this update. One of them was the snowball launcher, and you're not going to be able to get this one from the birthday llama because it was a reward from one of the quests. We also got the frostbite sniper, which was another reward that we got from one of the quests, so you're not going to be able to get this from the birthday llama either. And the third winnery weapon was Ralphie's Revenge, which I believe you will be able to get from the birthday llamas because it was available through the event store. And this sniper rifle has a headshot bonus, which is going to help you do even more damage when you get headshots with it. But yeah, those were the 3 winnery weapons that came with the Survive the Holidays event. But not only did we get those winnery weapons, we also got the vacuum tube weapon set. And these weapons also require energy ammo, and again, that's one of the things I didn't like about them. But they all did nature damage, which was one of the things I did like about them. The vacuum tube rifle was a single burst, and I did get some gameplay with that. I'll leave a link to it in the description. We also got 2 vacuum tube pistols. One's called the lightning pistol, which I was able to get gameplay of, and this is a pistol I would recommend getting. It has a really good rate of fire. It's an automatic pistol, and again, this one also does nature damage. And the other vacuum tube pistol was a revolver, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get gameplay of that one. We also got the vacuum tube shotgun, which I didn't get gameplay of. We also got the vacuum tube sniper, which I haven't leveled up yet, and we also got the vacuum tube launcher. And just like other vacuum tube weapons, this one also does nature damage, and this is like my best nature rocket launcher at the moment. Would definitely recommend keeping it if you get it from a birthday llama. But yeah, that sums it up for the vacuum tube ranged weapons. We also got some vacuum tube melee weapons. One of them was the axe, which I never got gameplay of. We also got the vacuum tube sword, which I did level up and use, and it's a really good sword. It has pretty quick attack speed, and it does pretty decent damage. So if you do end up getting that, I would recommend that you keep it. And we also got a vacuum tube spear, which I never leveled up and got gameplay with, so I'm not too sure about that. But this sums it up for all the vacuum tube heroes and weapons. Next up, we have the Spring It On event, and before we get into the Chinese New Year heroes and the Spring Folk heroes, I did want to remind everybody that we did have a small Valentine's event, and with this event we got Love Ranger Jonesy, who's a reskin of Survivalist Jonesy, and I don't believe he's going to be available in the birthday llamas, so if you're not able to get him, you can get the original version from the collection book. With this Valentine's event, we also got Snuggle Specialist Sarah, who I believe was available in the event store, so you might be able to get her from the birthday llamas, but she's also a reskin, so if you're not able to get her, you can get the original version of the Skirmisher Ninja from the collection book. And the last thing that we got from the Valentine's event was the Heartbreaker crossbow, and this is classified as a sniper rifle, and it actually did some decent damage. But yeah, that sums it up for the Valentine's Day event. After that one, we got the Spring It On event, which was broken down into parts. During the first part, we were able to get Chinese New Year heroes, and the Chinese New Year soldier is called Berserker, and they actually have 2 different versions of it. Well, technically 3, because Wukong, who is a mythic soldier, is also a berserker as well, and I'll leave a link to some Wukong gameplay in the description if you want to go check it out. And I really like their support squad bonus because it increases your assault weapon damage. But yeah, that's the soldier we got with this event. We also got the riot control constructors, which I wasn't able to get gameplay of. We also got the Flash Outlanders. One was AC and one was Eagle Eye. And I've heard some good things about these Outlanders after patch 5.0. And we also got the Thunderstrike Ninjas. One was Scorch and one was Mari. And one thing I really like about these ninjas is their tactical squad bonus, which is called Dragon Days. It seems like it's a really good squad bonus if you plan on playing with a hero and using melee weapons. But yeah, that sums it up for the Chinese New Year heroes. As for the Chinese New Year weapons, they were called dragon weapons, and all of these did fire damage. The main one I remember was the Dragon's Roar assault rifle, because it can pierce through multiple targets, and that was a really good weapon that came with this update. The Dragon's Fury rocket launcher was also pretty decent. The Dragon's Might shotgun wasn't really that good compared to some other shotguns, and I wasn't able to try out the Dragon's Claw sniper or the spear. I did try out the sword. It's not really my favorite sword, but it was pretty decent, and I liked how it did fire damage. But yeah, that sums it up for all of the dragon weapons. As for the next part of the Spring of Dawn event, we were able to get some Spring Folk heroes, and all three of these heroes are Demolisher soldiers, so they're reskins of Snowstalker Jonesy, who I showed earlier, and the Outlander is a reskin of Fragment Flurry Jess. So we've already gone over both of those. With this event, we also got a Leprechaun Survivor, which you're not going to be able to get from the Birthday Llamas, I don't believe, because he was a reward from one of the quests. I believe we also got a Melee Defender as a reward from one of the quests, so you're not going to be able to get her either. But that sums it up for the Spring Folk part of the Spring of Dawn event. After that, we had a small Easter event where we got Miss Bunny Penny as a reward from one of the quests, so you're not going to be able to get her from the Birthday Llamas. But she is a reskin of the Plasma Specialist Constructor, so if you wanted to get the original version of her, you can just recruit her from the collection book. But yeah, that was one of the heroes that we got from the Easter event. The other hero that we got was Rabbit Raider Jonesy, who is another Raider soldier, which means that he has a bunch of perks that help him do more damage with shotguns. And again, you can get a Raider soldier once you reach level 100 in the collection book. And I believe Rabbit Raider Jonesy was available in the event store, so you should be able to get him from the Birthday Llamas as well. So that's definitely a hero I would recommend keeping if you get him. We also got one Easter weapon called the Easter Egg Launcher, and it doesn't shoot grenades like a normal grenade launcher. Instead, it shoots like proximity mines because they'll lay on the ground until a husk walks over it. Once a husk walks over it, it's going to trigger it and explode. So it basically shoots like little proximity mines. It also does energy damage, and as you see, it can have a maximum of 6 eggs laying around on the ground at a time. And this is definitely a weapon I would recommend keeping if you get it from the Birthday Llama. But yeah, that's everything that we got from the Easter event. The next event after that was the Into the Storm event. And with this one, we got Cyberpunk heroes, which are 4 completely new heroes, which means that there aren't reskins of these heroes in the game at the moment. It seemed like Bulletstorm Jonesy was more of an LMG type of hero, although you could use him with regular assault weapons. We also have Heavy Base Kyle, who's one of the best constructors in the game. It seems like his base does more damage than any other constructor's base, and it's also pretty big as well. So if you get Heavy Base Kyle, I would definitely recommend that you keep it. We also got Tedshot Jess, who is currently the only hero that has perks in regards to sniper rifles. She has perks that'll increase your reload speed and rate of fire with sniper rifles. And she also has a squad bonus called Sure Shot, which is going to increase the crit damage done by sniper rifles. And we also have Harvester Sarah, who in my opinion is the best melee ninja in the game. She has perks that help you do more damage with scythes, and she's another hero I would definitely recommend keeping if you get her from a Birthday Llama. So that sums it up for all the Cyberpunk heroes. We also got some cyber ranged weapons. We got the Krypton pistol, which I never got gameplay of. We also got the Helium shotgun, which can pierce multiple targets, and I was actually able to do over 500,000 damage with just one shot. And we also got the Argon assault rifle, which was also pretty decent, but again, it uses energy ammo, and that's sort of one of the things I don't like about it. One weapon that isn't located here is the Neon sniper rifle, because it was available in the event store, and that is definitely a weapon I would recommend keeping, because it allows you to see through walls, and if you give it to a sniper defender, it'll allow him to shoot through walls. So you'll definitely want to look out for this Neon sniper rifle when you're opening Birthday Llamas. A couple of other Neon weapons are the Noble Launcher, which is an energy rocket launcher, and it's really good for clearing out mobs of enemies or destroying structures. And you can also make your Noble Launcher do more damage if you use the Teleporter gadget. And another neon weapon was the Mercury LMG, which I wouldn't say is the best LMG out there, but it was pretty decent. I kind of like that landing 5 hits in a row on a single target causes an explosion perk. But yeah, that was also another neon weapon that we got from the event store. But yeah, that sums it up for the ranged weapons. We also got some cyber melee weapons. And I do have the sword and the scythe. I did like both of them. They both do energy damage. And they also sound like lightsabers when you use them. And again, if you get a really good scythe, you're going to want to use it with Harvester Sarah. I didn't get to try out the axe though, so I don't really know too much about that. But that sums it up for all the cyber melee weapons. And those are all of the rewards that we got from the Into the Storm event. After that, we got the Blockbuster event, and they introduced 4 new types of heroes with this event. One was the Double Agent Soldiers, who's a pretty good soldier in my opinion. I like the dual wield pistol ability that they have. We also got the Demolitionist Constructors, who is the best explosive hero in the game at the moment. Whenever you stand on their base, it decreases the amount of durability your weapon loses. So as long as you're standing on the base, your rockets and grenade launchers are going to have more uses. We also got Piercing Lotus Ninjas, who have perks that'll help you do more damage with spears. But I have tried them out, and I didn't really like them that much. I can't really recommend keeping those. And we also got the Shotgunner Outlanders, and they do have some perks that'll help you do more damage with your shotguns, but they're not as good as the Raider Soldiers, so they're not really the best heroes when it comes to using shotguns. But yeah, that sums it up for all the Shadow Ops heroes that came during the Blockbuster event. We also got Carbide during the Blockbuster event, but he was a reward from one of the quests, so you're not going to be able to get him from the birthday llamas. And we also got the Cloak Star during the Blockbuster event as well, but he was also a reward from one of the quests. So you're not going to get him from birthday llamas either. But you should be able to get Raven, I believe, because he wasn't a quest reward. He was available through the event store. So you should be able to get Raven from the birthday llamas. He has a really good tactical squad bonus that I use often. And he also has that dual pistol ability as well. So he's a pretty good hero in my opinion. I would recommend keeping him if you get him. When it comes to the Blockbuster weapons, the main one I think that was really good was the Silent Spectre. The Whisper 45 was also a really good weapon. I didn't really try the crossbow out that often, but I didn't really like that weapon that much. The Ground Pounder is another weapon we weren't able to get gameplay of, but that sums it up for all of the military weapons that we got from Llamas. We did get a military weapon from the event store called the Bald Eagle, and this is a slow firing pistol, but I was able to do over 1 million damage with it. And we also got a quad launcher from the event store, so you should be able to get that from birthday llamas. And if you do get the quad launcher, I would definitely recommend that you keep it, because it's one of the best rocket launchers that does fire damage. It causes affliction, it can stun enemies, and it leaves fire on the ground for a few seconds after you shoot it. So if you get this quad launcher from a birthday llama, I would definitely recommend that you keep it. And that sums it up for everything from the Blockbuster event. We did have a small event during the 4th of July where they gave us 4 Stars and Stripes heroes. 2 of those heroes were survivalist soldiers. One's called Stars and Stripes Headhunter, and the other one's called Stars and Stripes Jonesy. And you're not going to be able to get either of these survivalist soldiers because they were rewards from the Independence Day quest. But both of these heroes are reskins of survivalist Jonesy, so if you really want a survivalist soldier, you can just recruit them from the collection book. As for the other 2 Stars and Stripes heroes, one was Stars and Stripes AC, who is a reskin of the Trailblaster Outlander, who again has a really good support and tactical squad bonus. And the other one was Stars and Stripes Penny, who is a reskin of Electro Pulse Penny. And both of these heroes should be available in the birthday llama, but if for whatever reason you weren't able to get them, then you can recruit their original version from the collection book. And that's everything we got from the 4th of July event. And as for the current event, we got 4 road trip heroes, which we've already gotten gameplay of Vindertech Penny. We'll try to get some gameplay of the other 3 heroes within the next few days. And we also got flintlock weapons with this current event as well. And we've gotten gameplay with the sniper rifle as well as the walloper. We'll try to get gameplay of the rest of these weapons within the next week or so. One last thing I should mention before I go is that for any hero or weapon that was available in the event store, you should be able to get it from birthday llamas. So like Raven, Wukong, the Chrome heroes like Chromium Ramirez, and Diecast Jonesy, you'll be able to receive all of those heroes from the birthday llamas. And the same thing is true for weapons. You should be able to get things like the Bobcat, the Hacksaw, the Tiger, and the Lynx. They should all be available in birthday llamas. But yeah, that sums up everything that should be available in the birthday llamas, as well as what I would recommend looking out for. If there's any heroes or weapons that we didn't provide gameplay of that you would like to see gameplay of, then let us know in the comments below. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this one. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and